Greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So, here we are. We're at issue 13 of the new Bold Transformers continuity from IDW. And it is The Change in Your Nature, Part 1. Written by Brian Ruckley. Art by Angel Hernandez, Alex Milne. Colours by Joanna Lafuente and Josh Perez, I believe. Oh, I've got it right. Letters still by Tom Belong. Yeah, so this is kind of crunch time, really. A lot of people have been following this comic. A lot of people have fallen off with this comic. I've been continuing this comic because I've seen a kernel in there of goodness that I want to follow up on and I want to see continued. And I think just taking a new approach to the Transformers mythos as a whole is a bit of a fresh of breath air. It's exactly. It's old idioms said in a different manner. I meant to do that. Yeah, it's. But the pacing has been an issue. Brian Ruckley has said that the pacing was an issue. He wanted it to be, a slow build-up, but it was perhaps a little too slow. So this is issue 13 is kind of the first issue of the first 12 issue arc is finished. We've had feedback. We're going to pursue it. We're carrying on. And this is handbrake off. Let's get into it. And it is. It is. It promises. It delivers. It might be something. There might be something with having precious Alex Milne returning to drawing Transformers that has some effect on the halo effect of this issue compared to some of the others. But yeah, oof. So it's a good thing, I think, and almost a bad thing as well, because it is very much reminding of the old continuity, which I think was why they wanted to hold off for a while from bringing some of the regular artists from the old continuity back, because it is a reminder of what we used to be, and not to say that they're both different from each other. So to actually emphasize that difference, they needed new artists to set the ball rolling. And now with the 13 issues in, and we've got a sideline project with Livio Ramonelli. Easy for me to say. Coming back as well, doing art. So, the return of some of the more experienced Transformer artists, and also saying, look, we've had enough time. Time's passed. It's a year on. Is it a year on since the Transformers Unicron? Just about over a year since Unicron folded, and we had the last issue 25 of Optimus Prime, which I've got a page from right there. Amazing. Wrapped up. Yeah. Well, this issue. So we start off. Spoilers for people who are concerned about that. We start off. Bumblebee is getting his Decepticon logo, which is the Decepticon logo at this stage. It's not the old pointy up one. They've put an angry face on it. It's the Decepticon logo. So he's got that. He sees Fly Skytread. He sees Skytread also there, and picks a fight with him, breaks his jaw, asking him what was going on with a Barricade. Why did he intervene? He doesn't really get any answers, but he wants to go and hack Soundwave's computers to find them. Relita 1 kind of says, look, I don't really want to do this, but, I should have access, so I can set your mind to rest that, there's nothing shady going on here. Sorry, Alita, there's shady stuff going on. Yeah, so in the meantime, Ratchet is with Windblade and talking to... Who's she talking to? Who's Ratchet talking to? Windblade's still in a tank. She's not repaired yet. She's not ready for duty. He's talking to Chromia. Chromia's sending off teams across Cybertron looking for these Rise members who are taking fuel from the place that Windblade was attacked. and we kind of go out into the wilderness and see one of those teams. It's Sideswipe and Springer. Oh yeah, that's a good team up. That's what I like to see. Sideswipe and Springer teaming up here. Kind of racing across Cybertron. They pick up a kind of energy signal. Springer transforms into a helicopter mode to get there first. As Sideswipe curses under his breath about him being a cheaty, triple changing son of a gun or whatever. So I quite like that kind of like little rivalry that Sideswipe's that's still that hot-headed. He wants to get into there first, but unfortunately, Springer's also a bit of a guy who wants to get in there first and can beat him because he's got the free mode. So Springer kind of gets there, sets off some alarms. We see the Decepticons, I'm going to call them. The Decepticons, or the Rise members, these are Rise. The Rise and the Decepticons are connected, but they're not connected. But are they Decepticons? I'm not even entirely sure, to be honest with you. Anyway, there's a group of proto-Decepticons there. Most of them are no-named people. But there's Ruckus is there. There's another Team Delafield random thug Decepticon who's a favourite. So, like, already this continuity is giving, some decent time to Ruckus and Quake. So, I'm liking it. And they kind of are fighting back against Springer. They retreat into where they know there's a weapons cache. Ruckus pulls out a BFG and starts firing at Springer while the others try and escape. Sideswipe has got the back entrance covered, takes a few pot shots at them. So they've got the I think the Arisenticons, because they kind of radio in, and Soundwave is going to find some support. But before he finds some support, he finds Bumblebee and Elite One kind of playing with his computer records, and he doesn't seem too happy about it. And that's kind of where we are. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of intrigue and kind of who's going to get found out, who's going to make these connections, and all in this while of this like political kind of crucible that's heating up, that's bubbling, that's going to boil over at any moment. And tensions are high, so I quite like it that this little skirmish that's starting to happen is going to escalate, because the Senticons have asked for help, and the Autobot Guard have asked for help for backup. So this little Ruckus, see what we did there using that name, is going to escalate into a larger battle. So. And that's it. That's from the first issue in this arc. So I think we're promising some great stuff. Alex Milne is fabulous as always. Angel Hernandez still got that abstract art, but I think there's a lot more going on than there was in his first issues. So yeah, all in all, I think Brian Ruckley's writing, while it's still got the same kind of depth and thinking going on, it's happening at a far quicker, a far more comic booky pace than the novel kind of pace that they started off at. So, I guess a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Hopefully, it'll continue this trend. And I'm enjoying it. I am. See how animated I am talking about this. I think the first couple of issues I was a bit, what a time to start talking about comic books. But yeah, I genuinely... I'm impressed, and I'm liking... I didn't see the point. I thought the old continuity could have kept carrying on. I think they could have just found new ways to tell new stories from where they'd ended. But... And I feared that this would be just retreading old ground. And it's not retreading old ground, so I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. And I think it's gonna be something special when all is said and done. Anyway... As always, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Oh, see, it's been a while. Should we bump fish, shall we? Yeah. Bestow! Fisto!